All right, welcome back, everybody. So, today I want to talk about pride and mostly how pride can help you become unstoppable. But first, I want to talk about the downsides of pride and where you shouldn't go with your pride because with everything in life, balance is key. And finding that happy medium between the extremes is often where the best results come from. So, negativity with pride mostly comes in having too much of it. So if you are so prideful where you can't allow someone else to help you, or you can't accept that someone else is right, or anything related to that, is where pride becomes a problem. Where you have so much pride and so much belief in yourself that you think everything else around you is wrong, the people around you are wrong, everyone is overlooking you or doubting you in some way, which can definitely be true, but you should never, first of all, you should never put all your beliefs in what other people believe you are. Um, and you should never react negatively to those responses. And you shouldn't isolate yourself because other people think a certain way about you or whatever. So that's where pride can be a problem, where it'll end up sinking you because you end up isolating yourself because you think you're always right, everyone's wrong. The people that doubt you or try to criticize you, even if it's constructive, they're all against you. And you just start getting rid of friends, you start getting rid of allies because you want to believe you're right. So that's where pride can be a downfall. But again, you don't, going back to the opposite end of the spectrum, you don't want to have so little pride where you never believe in yourself and you still believe what other people tell you that you are, unless it's good, then you probably don't believe it. So, this kind of relates to the last video with the ego. You want to balance, find the balance between having too much confidence and having not enough confidence. So, pride is really everything, namely believing in yourself and believing that you can do good things. So I saw a TikTok the other day that talks about self-confidence and the cycle, and basically everything that comes to yourself and your happiness for yourself and your love for yourself comes down to what it starts with what you tell yourself. So if you make mistakes and constantly get on yourself and say, "Oh, I'm so stupid I did this. I can't believe I did this. This doesn't surprise me that I did this because I'm stupid and I do this all the time." Those are things that just get you to a bad place mentally because what you tell yourself is what you think of yourself. And when your brain hears you say these things about yourself, it starts to believe it. So that's why no matter what you do, you need to forgive yourself and you need to look at your actions from more of an objective standpoint. And so if you handled something poorly with another person, for example, you know, you want to forgive yourself for handling it poorly, but you also want to recognize, yes, I handled this poorly and I'm not going to do that anymore. And, I should probably apologize to this person if I have the opportunity. But either way, so recognize that you're wrong, but also not kill yourself over it. Not literally, but don't figuratively kill yourself over it because you made a mistake, because that's what this life is. It's experiences and learning from it, making mistakes and learning from it and growing. So it starts with telling yourself good things. So a lot of people kind of have a journal, and I kind of have one too, where you just write down traits that you want to believe in your about yourself, whether you actually do or not. And the more you see those, the more you're going to start to believe them. Because and you can say it to yourself too. I know some people like look at themselves in the mirror, in the eyes, because they say the eyes are the soul, or the eyes are the window to the soul. So if you stare at yourself in the mirror, in your eyes, you are looking into your soul, And if you, do these positive affirmations to yourself over time, you're just going to build up confidence because you're going to start to believe it eventually. You're just going to start to believe the things you're telling yourself, whether, you start off in that place or not. So that's really where it starts. And where it goes from there is positive action. And positive action is the result of believing in yourself. Because if you believe in yourself, if you believe that you can do good things, do positive things, and be successful, your actions are going to show that. If you get up and you go for a run in the morning, it's because you believe you can go for a run. If you wake up and write a great article or do anything that you want to do towards, progressing towards your goals, and you do that thing well, then it's because you believe you can do that. And the result of those positive actions is confidence. And confidence comes from doing something successfully, right? You've proven to yourself that you can do this, that you can be successful. And again, that all goes back to the positive self-affirmations where you believe you can do it. And then it just goes in a circle from there. Once you have confidence in yourself, you're going to believe in yourself more because you've proven to yourself that you can do something. So you're not going to have the negative thoughts creep in as much because you've proven that you can do it. And if you do positive action and maybe fail, you still have to go back to the place where you started, where you have to say, hey, it's okay, I failed. I'm this, that, and the other. I'm a great person. I can do this. I'm successful. All that. Whatever you need to tell yourself. You have to go back to that place because that's where the foundation to this mental home, so to speak, is what you actually believe in yourself. And again, going back to the last video with the ego, you just can't rely on other people for your happiness and for your approval because you're never going to be able to impress every single person. Everyone has a different perspective, and everyone's going to have a different perspective on what you're doing compared to what you are actually doing. Some people may be in the same place as you, and those are people that maybe you can go to, and you don't want to rely on them for their approval because maybe they're going to come at a different angle sometimes. Maybe they'll give you a little criticism to help you, but you have to recognize that they are helping you and that their opinion isn't everything. So if you don't agree with their opinion, you can throw it out the door. But another point I wanted to make is just that you can't, well, it's kind of the same point, but you can't rely on other people for acceptance, right? So let's take this YouTube video, for example. I would love for this video to get, 10,000 views because I believe it deserves a lot of views. And what's going to actually happen is it's probably going to get 20 views if I'm lucky. And hey, maybe it'll get one like, maybe it'll get a nice comment from one of you beautiful people. But I don't need that because I recognize that what I'm doing is a good thing. I believe it's good content, and I believe that it's good for people to see. And whether people actually see it and agree with it and show that they agree with that doesn't really matter because I have no control over that. And I am still prideful in the fact that I believe I made a good YouTube video. So you have to be in that place, and it's like no matter what, like no matter how big the numbers are, whether you get 20 views consistently or 20,000 views consistently or 20 million, you have to just constantly go back to the fact that you believe it's good no matter what the actual results are. So it kind of goes back to the whole fact that the process is more important than the result, because you can control the process, you can't control the result. The result will improve over time if you consistently do that good work that you believe in, but you have no control over that either way. So you just have to be confident in what you're doing and believe in yourself and have pride in what you're doing no matter what. And again, it goes for anything. Like if you post an Instagram picture, Instagram is just a hellhole of of people wanting approval from others. And so the fact that I'm even using this as an example, I'm kind of disappointed in myself, but I forgive myself. But Instagram is a horrible place. But if you choose to post pictures there and you think it's a great picture, but you get less likes than usual maybe. Who cares? Like, what other people think of your picture doesn't matter. You should be posting on Instagram for yourself. And again, I think that's part of the problem with Instagram is people post on there because they want, if it's a girl, maybe they want, guys to think they're attractive, or I guess it could be the other way around too. But a lot of people post on Instagram for the approval of others. And that should just not be how you are. You should want to post that picture because you think you look good, and whether someone else thinks you look good or not doesn't matter. And again, like this internet age has become very numbers oriented. It's like it's all based on likes, followers, views, and even money. It's like, that stuff is not something you can carry with you once you pass on. So you need to stay true to yourself and do things because you believe they're good. You believe they're good for you. You believe they're good for society, whether society actually agrees with that or not. So I really think pride and believing in yourself is the first step to achieving anything. Whether it's small or big, you have to believe in yourself, and you can't let the opinions of others bring you to a lower place where you don't believe in yourself anymore and you're not producing that thing anymore. So just focus on that. Focus on having pride in yourself because at that point you won't care what anyone else thinks.